Peace, love, and light to all the queen goddesses, to all the beautiful, lovely star seeds, to all my fellow king gods who see the God in me. I see you. I love you, my people. Now, before I go any further, I want to send nothing but positive love, light, and healing energy out to all other races on this planet, hoping that you wake up one day very soon, and I mean very, very soon, and turn to the God of humanity. Now, I'm not asking you to worship her as one, but turn to the God of humanity and do something unprecedented, like your ancestors did something to my ancient ancestors, unprecedented. In the morning, noon, and night, it didn't make a difference when it was done. And our star family had a bird's eye view on that the whole time. Whether you want to continue to use cognitive dissonance, whether you want to believe that or not and continue to use cognitive dissonance, that is your choice. However, if you look around the globe, I want you to tell me, am I lying when I said 12,500 plus years of ice are coming? And this is going to prove it even more. Now, I want you to listen to this guy. This is Adapt 2030. He blows climate change he blows climate change in the water.
You might have seen this article starting to make the rounds. Hawaii volcano eruption, mysterious freezing rain. A winter weather advisory issued for the Big Island. Meteorologists say, I've never seen this before. Above 12,000 feet, ice on the roadways, dangerous conditions. And this area is 72 miles from Kilauea, below freezing temperatures and freezing fog with rain. I saw this on Cleveland.com, this blog post referencing National Weather Service winter watch over the Big Island. So I indeed went there, and yes, it's right there. But when I jumped over onto the National Weather Service, there's no active watches and warnings. It must have been just a very short-lived event. But they do have an updated satellite view of the ash cloud. And remember, there's a lot of sulfur dioxide clear out in Asia already ahead of this. I did a full video on this about Micronesia and the lost city of Nan Madol with the megalithic structures on the island. National Weather Service Honolulu showing a 5.4 quake, no tsunami threat. Another eruption in Kilauea as well. So after I saw this ice nucleation happening, I went to go double check and see has it happened in other volcanic eruptions, and the answer is absolutely yes. They call it atmospheric ice nuclei or atmospheric ice nucleation. After the large eruption at Mount Pinatubo and also that large eruption off of Iceland that grounded all the air traffic across Europe. So what size is this eruption? That's the question. This also off the same report here in Iceland. You'll notice where the nucleation took place when all the atmosphere was already heavily concentrated with sulfur dioxide and ash. Another report goes further on. This is the Pinatubo eruption, showing the concentration of aerosol particles and the formation of the ice. Not a super rare event, but the size of that eruption has to now be in question. So now we're going to run through the National Weather Service because while I was on the site, I just started scrolling down to take a look at what is in their Twitter feed. Incredible images here. These are the kind of sunsets you can start to expect as more ash is in our atmosphere. And off the watchers, elevated activity, Great Sitkin volcano in Alaska. Interesting, last eruption, 1974. That was going down into the sunspot minimum on the 11-year cycle. White out for you here. They're also talking about steam eruptions as the conduit collapses back in on itself. National Weather Service Caribou, Maine. These are Maine temperatures, northeast U.S. Look how cold it was and still is. Low 30s and some below freezing. And now we're getting into the middle of June. A glimpse at Mount Rainier, 4 inches of new snow. Then after the weather front passed, you can see those mountains in the background there, volcanoes as well. But there's still a lot of ice and snow cover on the peaks. Now what you're seeing sticking above the clouds, these are the very same volcanoes that could start erupting, as they seem to show a 300-year pattern as well. Now jumping over to Idaho, June 10th. A good 2 inches coming down on the ground. Transportation cam. Spring snow. Well, it's more like summer snow now, but that's okay. Some of the Whitefish Mountain. And also over in Big Sky, Montana. So it shows you it's not just an isolated incident. And here we go, Crested Butte. How much snow is that to put the fresh cover up there that we can so clearly see against that stark green background? Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video. The grand solar minimum is intensifying, and these are just the more signs that are showing. Look for snow in July somewhere as well.
As I stated to you before, that climate change is a hoax. And this is why Donald Trump caught so much slack from the controlled media when he went to Europe and said, now the Donald Trump in the red tie went to Europe and said, there's no such thing as climate change. We need to stop spraying all that acid and shit in the air. You know why? Because when he spoke to Putin, Putin told him exactly what the Anunnaki told him. Stop spraying that shit up in the sky. It's nothing that you can do. Only thing you can do is continue to irritate us, and you'll be the first to go. Point blank and simple. But again, there's two Donald Trumps. The one with the blue tie is the one in the control. The one with the red tie is number 45. He was the wild card. That's why you have Donald Trump and Mike Pence. Trump Pence, because that's the trumpets. That's the last. This is the last of it all. This is why you had that royal slaughter feast wedding over there in Europe. That was because it was the end. It marked the end of their reign on this planet. Now, there's a winter ice storm advisory in Hawaii. Just further underline my point in my statement that all the volcanoes around all the countries are the races of people that enslaved the God of humanity and her starseed, and we built their countries on our back. Even to this day, they're all going back under ice. 12,500 years of ice. And if this wasn't enough evidence, with Adapt 2030 blowing climate change out of the water and providing proof to you that you see it's still snowing in the north in June. Look at the winter time. This is the summertime, and they having wintertime temperatures. It's never going to change because, again, the volcanoes are exploding. They putting the sulfuric acid in the air because Hawaii is inhabitable now. You breathe that sulfuric dust in, it's going to clog up your lungs and your heart, and it's going to kill you. All of that is going around Japan. It's going around China. It's going around Asia, North Korea, Europe, and Russia. Now, look me in my eyes on this camera and tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. So for the people of Earth, you need to turn to the God of humanity, not worship her, but get on your knee and beg her for your forgiveness. Beg for forgiveness. What's wrong with that? You on your knees begging some fake God for forgiveness, some shit you didn't even do. You ain't do nothing wrong to the God up there. You did something wrong to the God of humanity right here, right in front of your face and her starseeds. You still holding on to this lie that you came and saved us, that you taught us everything that we know, knowing damn well that you couldn't build the pyramid with UVC. That's ground level right now. You are all not able to come outside really now. So what you think is going to happen when we all move on the same side of the sun, sharing the same feminine electron godly energy? For all those that think I'm racist, look around the globe. I feel bad for your young babies. You have no idea how I feel for the women and the children, the little babies. And I don't feel too much empathy for the women that want to use cognitive dissonance and want to support this white man, Asian man, and Arab man, knowing good and well behind closed doors the way that he treat her. We all know the truth behind that. But for all the rest, I mean, for the rest of you, man, I'm telling you, I feel to my heart when it comes down to you, because the last dark ages lasted for 500 years. Look around the globe, the food is being shut down. What are you gonna eat? Huh? This entity put all this shit in the movies. Hannibal Lecter, it's gonna be one of you at every other door. Is that fear mongering? Is that racist? No, that's not. You all are making this choice, and I'm making the choice to reveal it to you. That's all. You have a choice to continue to walk in darkness and carry out these satanic laws, or you have the choice to walk in the light and turn against your brothers and sisters. Let go of your ego and your pride. That's the number one thing. Root chakra. Let it go. But you can't, because you are their number one. You are Inky and Enlil greatest creation. You have no correlation with the cosmos. So you're going to take this to the very end. But I send nothing but positive love, light, and supreme love from the cosmos to you. I truly do. I truly do, because I feel for your babies. I truly do. To all my brothers and sisters, like I said to you before, call me whatever you want. I'm not a teacher. I'm no wizard or any of that. I'm a person that has visions, and I'm in tune. So I see what's coming. Prepare yourself for the tsunamis. Prepare yourself for darkness. For the rest of you, prepare yourself for cold. Seriously. Peace, love, and light to all the queen goddesses, to all the beautiful, lovely starseeds, to all my fellow king gods who see the God in me. I see you and I love you.